If I always remember for this example, I remember the description of Triumph and Regret, in which like
Ah,
I think yeah, it's Avalon saying, "Oh, because this diff it has 116 jump stream," and it's just like, no, it is. Just...
but yeah, the warm-up's done, so they are going into rolls. Portugal
Oh,
rolled a 75. I think we're waiting for an Australian roll.
the Australian roll is all I can do. So, probably gonna be a rice band from Australia.
Nah, it's gonna be. Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. It's probably gonna be a rice band.
Like France is too cracked to take any risks. Otherwise, like, or as either that or SV. But I don't know how the Australian team is SV wise, so I'm guessing that now.
So it seems like France won that roll. So Australia will be banning first, and they've already immediately banned out Turbo.
Yeah.
As for France, they will be probably banning out LN as one of the three. I will say
Yeah,
Masquerade.
I think it's just. I think it's kind of awkward for France. Like, I don't even know if I would want to ban any charts if I was in their position. On like when you're underside, just I don't know, ban whatever is the most inconsistent chart, like the one with the highest miss chance. So
I mean, Masquerade is pretty difficult for. Oh, but they are going for Tokyo Ghetto ban.
yeah, I took a ghetto. I think the idea is that it's very high volatility in terms of accuracy. And then yeah, instant SV. Let's go.
Instant
Want to
SV
get this
going into Metastasis. Okay.
yeah. I'm gonna get this out of the way pretty quickly.
Yep. So
Very
France,
interesting.
they didn't play SV in the round 32.
Yeah. Mm, yeah, they did not. I think just because they won straight out, and now they decided to quit it. Yeah, they did 5-0 against Finland. Maybe the opportunity just didn't come out. And now they go against Australia. And I think an interesting advantage of picking SVU right off the bat is because you can get information on the opponent, like how they're scoring today, what kinds of stuff they're picking, without giving it yourself. So it's like crazy advantage if you're first, and especially if you're doing second. Actually,
Yeah, Patuas and Blackie, they had crazy qualifier stage 1 scores.
ooh. Oh yeah, they
So,
absolutely
no
have.
surprise that they're
The
here.
isn't France number 2 SV?
Yeah, they are second seed at SB and Australia were 23rd.
Oh, all right. This is
This could be scary. It also depends
yeah.
on
No
how much of
wonder.
justice is this year.
No wonder they didn't want to play the SV. To be fair, like not being super good is like bad enough usually for SV, but when you're up against one of these historically most consistent teams in early game SV, you better just take the ban. Like, why do it?
But there's always a chance for Australia to take something from it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just always gotta hit it. You can pick the SV and then just have like a bunch of silly misses and then lose for nothing. Let's see if Australia can keep themselves within range to punish France if any mistakes arise, which is the best they can do. Probably right.
Yeah.
Mm,
Alright, we're going right into it. Metastasis.
yeah, Metastasis.
Right off the bat, Pato's already picking up an accuracy drop down below 99, but we're only in the intro.
Yeah,
Once we
it's
get into
only
the
intro.
harsher teleports, yeah. Once we get into the harsher teleports, then we might see.
Yeah,
really
then the
big-
map starts.
Yeah, it does seem like Australia has done their homework, which could be a scary thing for France.
Ooh, it could be. Maybe their strat is they ban turbo and then they practice
They
the
hard
hell out of
practice better
this.
stasis. Yeah, that is a strategy.
Yeah, it kind of baits the other team into picking it.
Let's go a slow jump section here. Greyheart got picked up at 200.
Yeah, I picked it up to 200. Yes.
Blackie Day just
First,
trying
not
to pull the
easy.
lead back. Yeah, Blackie Day is doing really well.
Damn, honestly, Australia.
And now we're having some swing.
Oh,
not
and a 200
Deku,
for
but
Deku. But also another 200 from Greyheart. It's flickering like crazy.
Yeah, these harsher teleports not
It doesn't
catching
sound-
anyone on combo. As they all approach the point of the combo cap. Now things get a lot more spicier because everyone's above the point of the combo cap. If you miss,
Right.
you're gonna have a long time.
Yeah, right now a lot of difference being put on the second player. The accuracy is good here. It's what's giving this slight lead to
The lead is in
France.
France's favor, that's for sure. Accuracy is all with their counterparts negating in France.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like slightly.
But now it's
overall.
just a combo
It's
game.
all about the 200s right now.
It is 200, but also combo game for France. They are not in safe waters.
Oh yeah, absolutely they're not.
But yeah, Australia are doing a really fantastic job despite
Yeah,
the seeming
amazing.
disparity in the SV qualifiers. Right behind France's tail. This is still not over until we see the final results. But it does seem like France have the control, have the accuracy, and they will see out this point. Barring any
Yeah,
circumstance.
seems like it. Yeah, unless they like miss in the very end. Nope.
They will take it.
But hey,
23,000.
France. Yeah, France wins by a pretty hefty lead, but like.
Blackie
if I'm
Day
being-
and HD Adrenaline both won
Wow.
300 apart.
That is stupid.
That is
HC
superb.
Adrenaline did a great job negating. that
Everyone
score.
in this lobby got a PFC.
Yeah, no, yeah, everyone.
That is insane.
Yeah, both teams like. Yeah, dude,
Yeah, so
that
you know, like how we
And-
said that Australia could be, hard practicing this. I think they did.
yeah, I think they did. And like, yeah, France beat them by like 30k points, but I think for what Australia is as a team, they played perfectly. Like, this is what they're supposed to do when you're up against a team that has like second best in SV. Like, you practice a chart and you stay in the miss range. You do not allow them the comfort of messing up and still winning. And they did that perfectly. And I don't know how they feel about this. Maybe they really wanted to breakpoint this, but I think they need to know that they did their best and then keep their heads up high
Yep.
to be able to attack the leads. And now it's their pick, and like, you gotta wonder what they're gonna pick. I made it
Honey
say
Bunny or
like
Masquerade?
the Ben Rise, like, I think they probably should try Ben Rise. Oh, it's Masquerade.
Yeah, they will
Okay.
Masquerade because their LLAN ability over France
Yeah.
is very significant.
Oh, they do have it now? That's interesting.
Yep, they are 5th season on stage 3 compared to France's seed 8. So that is
Oh,
only
true.
the only skill set that Australia has a better placing on than France. So that is where they're gonna exploit it. And yeah, that's why France went for the Tokyo Ghetto ban.
Yeah,
And that's why I was
see.
thinking France should ban Masquerade. And there you go, Masquerade getting picked
But
by Australia.
yeah, but also to be fair, both teams played Feral last day, and Australia's team score was better than France's.
Yeah, Australia did
So-
have 2 better Rice scores on the round of 32 compared to France, but I still don't think Australia should risk going for Rice.
Yeah, I see
Yeah.
what you mean. So yeah, at least on paper, I think LNs are absolutely a safer venture in that sense.
Yeah, we do see Cascade gonna play this as they always have been playing LNs, as well as Grey Hard Rock. They're actually really good
Yeah,
LN
Grey
players.
Hard Rock plays everything, right?
Yeah, pretty much. But also don't count Australia. Australia's HG Adrenaline. HG Adrenaline can definitely be matching one or the other. But now it's really all down to the other players as well.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. So that started. It's gonna get interesting really soon.
Yeah, we are only in the intro, so not many things is going to happen for now. But we might see some accuracy fluctuations. We do see Cascade
Yeah.
falling down to 99.6, the lowest accuracy in the lobby.
Oh, that's weird.
It's a bit of a surprise to
I'll
me.
climb back up soon enough. And now I think the low side's like midnight with a 0.66, which is still pretty respectable. need to stay on our rank as much as we possibly can.
Oh, Deku picked up an
Yeah,
accuracy
now
drop though.
Deku
But great hard
picked
block
up-
with the
What
miss.
great hard block?
And that's
Good job,
actually
man.
going to give that lead straight right back into Australia's favor. Despite the accuracy drop from Deku actually. We might want to be
That's so
careful there.
cursed.
Deku.
Oh, I swear, this chart has like some weird black magic on it, where every single time someone misses. I don't think I've seen a 6% FC on this chart, ever. On any game.
I mean, this map looks pretty
It's
real
so cursed.
for what it's worth.
Funny thing is, it is pretty hard for this stage, but like, it's not even that hard. It's just
It's
so
no
cursed.
quality.
It's just cursed.
Deku, we need to watch out though. If anyone in Australia is going to drop combo, it might be
Yeah,
them. But it does seem
they
like they have the
cannot
control.
drop combo.
And that's a miss
and-
from very hard block that's
Yeah.
going to cement that lead to Australia. And that should be a point. And a
Yeah,
break
that's gonna be a
point.
point,
to Team
absolutely.
Blue.
Oh god. That's everything Australia wanted.
Oh my god,
Also-
adrenaline.
Oh,
Cascadi as well. With
the
two
double-
V1 S's.
The double grid flag. Oh my god. Cascadi with the double. Let's go. But yeah, this is a very unfortunate play for Great Hard Rock.
No, that's a
Very
W from Australia's side, and they also have the pick.
This is what they needed.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
right.
realize that adrenaline got two 100s. Wow,
Mhm.
I totally missed that. I saw the
Yeah,
two 200s
two
and thought
100s.
0 200s, and I was like, oh, there's
Yeah.
a big... Oh.
They got that double grid flag.
But at least it was an FC. So
It was an FC.
Australia probably going for Honey Bunny. Probably.
Yeah, I think-
Actually, I'm not even too
Yeah,
sure
but
now. because-
also
Hmm.
it kind of has a little bit of rise again. Maybe it's
Maybe
worth
crossing
it.
Delta?
So yeah, I mean, either that or crossing Delta, I think would be the interesting one. I don't know if I don't know if they're even interested in the Rio. Actually not. Like, it's okay for them to start, I think. As long as they stick to how like hybrids in the line, I don't think any Astro picks are like very suspicious.
I think
Maybe they
crossing
could
Delta
pick
is still-
Lexus, but like Lexus is kind of a big brain pick, and it's very risky.
I'm
They're
gonna
spreading
call
the-
either Crossing or Honey.
Yeah,
Honestly.
Crescent or Honey really seem like the good choices, or at least the obvious choices. They seem to be thinking about this. Oh,
Oh, they are going for Del
Let's go.
Rio.
They are indeed going for Del Rio.
Okay, so they're going for the riskier hybrid. This one with the rolls, especially the violin rolls,
Yeah.
it can trip up when it hits a nail in.
Mm,
Also, some very interesting jacks towards the second half of the map.
Honestly, not gonna make any guesses about how France is like, what the team mindset for France. But I think if they lose the Rio after being like after being up a breakpoint and like choking, I think it's gonna be pretty bad for them. Like, at the very least, this is gonna like really put Australia into the fight. Gonna really put some wind behind them. Yeah, here we go.
Here we go, Del Rio being played.
Not a lot of LN accuracy involved in this one, so gotta be an interesting pick. We gotta see if the port. Oh no, is that Banjo? No, I don't think that's Banjo. I think. I think maybe not really missed the first note.
Yeah, it looks like maybe not missed the first note, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it is just the start of the map, so
Yeah,
shouldn't
it's
be
the
too bad.
absolute best a miss can possibly be, which is not good, not what he wants, but could be worse. especially if they're trying to bait misses out of the France team, which I'm not sure they are. But
So we have some of these roles right now. A couple of the players are picking out a few 200s. Deku, maybe not, and also I think Cassidy, but I'm not too sure about that.
Adrenaline's doing really well, but the accuracy difference on the second and third players is really
yeah. France have 299.8 as opposed to Australia's 199.8, albeit a really high 99.8.
Yeah, it's a really true. Yeah,
so
the
going into
is crazy.
Yeah, going into the first phase, so it's just your simple jump to single patterns with the LNs, with the occasional 1618 bursts.
There is an element of coordination instead of just like raw accuracy.
Yeah, and
it's
you can't
nothing very difficult. Yeah, I think the biggest difference between this and like some other kind of hybrids, just like you have to be holding an LN all the time. It seems trivial if you're good at the game, like these players are.
Here comes the Jax.
Usually is, but
okay,
you just always gotta be paying attention.
Yep. So far, so everyone holding on to their combos. Well, maybe not did miss the first note, but let's just say it's a full combo from them.
Yeah.
Because they're pretty much all on the same combo pace at this point.
Yeah, basically.
Just the accuracy being.
Yeah, they really wish they had like that small amount of score to help them bridge the gap for.
Okay, now we're going into the. We're going into the violent solo. So, couple of LNs, couple of speed rise moments later on. This lead is actually growing quite small now for France. No one tripping on those rolls. We're going into the 1-6 bursts. Everyone hitting them cleanly. Except for Maybe Not, who takes the miss right after those rolls. The LN is tripping Maybe Not. And that could just be the nail in the coffin. France still holding on to all their combos, and that miss from Maybe Not this time round actually counting quite a bit. And another one to go. That's gonna be a point to France.
That's getting very unfortunate.
But I think accuracy-wise, still like France has just
still the advantage for France. They absolutely had it, but until the very end, Australia was keeping it close.
200.
That is a very stupid score.
200s too, but with 200s, yeah. And Mr.
Very
with 3
good.
200s. Very solid scores. The 3 990Ks in the lobby. But yeah, it was just the unfortunate misses from Maybe Not contributing to France's lead, and that is 3-1, going back into France's pick. There has been how many breakpoints has there been now? Like 3? I think it's been 3.
Yeah, it has been 3.
Oh, this is a match. And this is why I was a little bit afraid of Australia picking this map with all the choke points that can happen, as opposed to crossing Delta. And it does seem like it has backfired. Oh, keyboard issue from Maybe Not. I mean, even if Maybe Not FC, I think the accuracy discrepancy is still a bit too big. But I don't know, it will be very close, but I think France would still have gotten it anyways. Speaking of France, they have the liberty to pick now. There's still 4 rice, 1 hybrid, 1 LN. I think it is clear on which genre of map they would like to go for. But which one of the rice is the question. They did lose Time Goes By, so they will need to pick wisely. They cannot start losing more maps if they want to win the match.
Oh, the switch broke. That's so sad. So yeah, just waiting for France to pick something like I Am Made. I think that is their pick. Not only because it's Rice, but because they have intel on this pick, because they played Street last round, and France.
Oh, fine, yeah.
Way better.
Yeah. France had the second best score on 5, just behind Sweden by 1,000 points.
Australia, that's Street.
Australia
Australia
will
had 13.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so that's that. But they are going for Lexus.
Of course, Australia. Yeah, Australia of course picked like most of the rises, so they do know their own scores versus what Australia showed them. But yeah, they eventually get to Lexus. That's a weird chart to go for in Princess position, I think. So like, you have not only one but two very conventional rises to fall back on. I'm not sure why they would pick Lexus in this position. Because
Maybe they feel
Lexus is
comfortable
kind of
with it.
cool. Yeah, maybe they feel. I'm not like saying they can't, but like it's definitely kind of an oddball decision. I think just because Lexus is an oddball map.
I love golf.
Golf is cool.
I think the map's about to start really soon. Yeah, Luck is checking MP settings. Okay. So we're just gonna wait for that. Then we should be getting ourselves on the way really soon. Oh. Client just quickly having a moment. Alright, we are in. So we do see Paturaj coming in here. I think everyone else stayed in. Yeah, everyone else did stay in. So only one swap from funds.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait a little bit to see how the accuracy develops. But
And
I
Intel's
think
pretty
this
calm.
Lens is really calm. Takes a bit for the map to get started up, but I think the map's basically just gonna be like, what's the average accuracy for the teams, and then also who gets the least 200s, and it's just that kind of chart.
And it
It's
does
gonna
seem
be
like
very based
currently,
around this field of spikes.
yeah, Paturaj is matching Adrenaline, Grey Hard Rock though. Pretty much Grey Hard Rock is matching Paturaj and AG Adrenaline. So that's where the lead is currently at with funds. Slight drops on both of them actually, Paturaj and Grey Hard Rock. Adrenaline is still
Yeah.
49.93, the highest in the lobby. We get to see some of these bursts right now hitting Made B not. As I say that, with a miss from Made B not, Deku also, I want to mention Deku also taking a bit of an accuracy drop, but maybe not the biggest drop of them all.
Yeah, absolutely not what you want for Australia.
And like I said, with funds picking this, they must feel comfortable with picking, and you can see accuracies across funds really solid, all above 9.8.
Yeah, they definitely are confident of this. No other way about it.
Yep, and we're already approaching the final quarter of the map. There needs to be a miss on funds for any hope for funds to get a breakpoint.
Yeah, there are still missable sections, but also they really need like catastrophic drops.
Yeah, this leads about 10,000 points, and it might be growing just from the accuracies. Growing on Paturaj and Grey Hard Rock side, and there doesn't seem to be anything brewing in Australia's favor. Oh, but there's a miss on Cascade, but that's a bit too late, I think.
Yes, and it's a bit too late to go from pure score.
The miss coming from the worst player on funds isn't gonna hit too hard. So that is still gonna be a funds point.
Not really. Yeah. Well, yeah, because they really didn't have time for the miss to build up an advantage for them. So they really need like a super miss. Also, the SS from Grey Hard Rock is
V1 SS from Grey Hard Rock,
very impressive.
The V1 SS choke from AG Adrenaline and 200 from Paturaj as well. Those three players standing out the most.
Yeah, that's a big black flag.
Deku as well, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, Deku did very, very well.
It was pretty much the...
Kiskiri should have tried... Yeah, Kiskiri should have gone for 50, so they could get like the rainbow flag on tournament. That would be sick.
1-1-1-1. But anyways, this is gonna be a pretty important pick for Australia because if they lose this, France wins. So this pick counts. And again, Honey Bunny, Crossing Delta, still open. personally.
No.
I want to go for crossing Delta.
No, I think it's a really good time for Australia to like. Do they have timeouts? I would
I don't
really
know.
take a timeout here. Like, this is really the point where Australia should stop and think, like, okay, like, oh, that's cool. Because like, if they did have one, I really think they should like get a timeout and just sit down with the whole team, like, okay, how are we gonna do this? Like, we're gonna pick, I don't know, Honey Bunny probably, and then we need to know what we're gonna play.
Oh, they are going for crossing Delta though.
So
Like
yeah,
I did mention.
because if you want to win, if you really want to win, and you're down for one, you really want to be able to see the path forward. So it's gonna be crossing Delta, and then they have to know what's gonna be the friends pick. Probably I Am Made, and then they gotta play Honey Bunny or one of the Rices. And then if they win all of that, then they can go to
Tiebreaker.
yeah, to the tiebreaker. I think
They
it's
gotta-
very difficult.
They got a
I think
reverse sweep.
it's really hard though. Like if you're under a position, I think that seeing the charts and then thinking, okay, we are gonna do this,
Yeah.
makes a huge difference.
But yeah, this is a make or break for Australia. If they lose this, they are gonna be sent down to the
Yeah.
losers. So the pressure is on. Sasuke coming in for Pakuraj, and everyone else still staying in their slots.
Ooh,
It does seem like.
let's see. Nothing about this thing. Really interesting story. So we've seen the Rio, we've seen the Pure Rise, we've seen VLN, but still I think pressing Delta is likely different. I think it's Rise, but it's just gonna be completely different breed from what we've seen in Alexis.
Alright, MP start is in the IRC. We are going crossing Delta.
Yeah, here we go.
So this is the easier hybrid of the two, personally. This is less choke heavy. You can still choke, but less choke heavy than Dario. So we'll have to see how things play out. So just like the previous map, this map will take a little of time to get itself started. And already at the intro, Deku picking out a miss. That is not what Australia wants. On a make or break pick, they've already broke.
Yeah, those are really not very good for them. It could be worse, but still,
Yeah.
this team is very good.
Otherwise,
It's great.
accuracy's off of the board still pretty even. But now Australia, right from the start, they already have to play catch up. Australia still right behind France's tail. Deku seems to be recovering pretty quickly, right now up to 99.66, almost matching Mate B-Not's accuracy. But everyone in Australia below 99.8, we already see Great Hard Rock with 99.87 and climbing.
Yeah. Right
But
now,
he's
the
Elden.
solid act. Trent's just hanging this very solid act lead over.
Yeah, this is still one miss swing though, so France will need
Yeah,
to
this-
play it carefully.
That is one miss. A miss from France right now, I think, would be heavier than the one Deku took, but
I mean, a miss from
So-
Great Hard Rock would be very detrimental.
yeah, absolutely. Or just lose so many points to this.
Yeah, the gap's still standing where it is, as Deku has already recovered to 99.7, like the rest of the Australia team. But it's just France's superior accuracy right now making the difference, and also that one
Yeah,
miss contributing to it. It is
It's hard.
It's looking very difficult for Australia to mount any kind of comeback unless something happens from France.
Very difficult. Thankfully for them, they're staying on the rank. So this is basically all about the suspense of will a miss happen, and it's not looking like it's gonna happen.
Oh, that's
Oh,
another
it
miss
does
from Deku
happen,
though.
but not where we wanted. Oh god.
And now that lead is just going to grow.
Yeah, it's really just gonna grow. And with even less time to stop France from taking complete control of the shore.
Yup, it's already a 10,000 point gap and it's going to grow just from the accuracy alone, and Deku still having to reach the 400 combo cap. This map is already pretty much over at this point. There needs to be a couple of misses from front, but nothing is tracking in front, and that's pretty much going to be it.
Yeah, that's gonna be it.
Just the unfortunate misses from Australia.
Goodbye to winners.
Yep,
Well,
they
it's
are
just
still
another
going to
share,
play
and
in
it's
the
not.
tournament. Australia will just have to play through the losers bracket, and France will be qualifying into the quarterfinals with this point on Crossing Delta.
Mm-hmm.
Very solid scores from Grey Hard Rock, Cascade, and also Adrenaline. We'll see the
Yeah.
200 counts. Oh my gosh! Cascade and Grey Hard Rock with 200 piece.
Yeah, the
Sasuke
black
with 3,
flags.
Asian Adrenaline with 4. Oh, maybe not 3 as well, actually. The entire lobby
Mhm.
with
Yeah, that
under 500
crazy,
per player.
crazy scores all around. Honestly, like the misses
Yeah.
were unfortunate, but everyone did really well. This would be very close. No productive
it is
misses.
GG's.
Like France would still have an advantage, but yeah, that's just how it is. And
France
France does
will move on.
advance.
Yep.
As we
Do we have the bracket?
so we had Rex, I believe. Yes.
Alright, there we go.
France is going to be playing
Malaysia.
Malaysia now.
Woo! That's gonna be interesting.
That's
Alright.
gonna be an interesting match, to say the very least.
Yep, and it does seem like okay. Actually, Australia, are they gonna face Philippines or are they facing? I'm not sure the losers bracket.
Australia is gonna be on the
there we
loser
go.
facing.
Oh, okay, they're not facing Philippines. They will be facing
the
winner
winner
between
of-
Argentina.
Russia, Russia and Argentina. Ooh.
Yeah, so Russian and Argentina, they will be playing later on. Which let me check the schedule actually. They'll be playing at 16 UTC. How did the Singapore Denmark game go actually? Is it still happening right now? Oh nope, it's not. Singapore also won 5-1. So Denmark is now out of 4-digit Mania World Cup. Singapore will qualify to the
Rip
next
Denmark.
round. I'm actually not too sure who Singapore is facing. If that's the case, we can move to the losers bracket. The losers bracket.
So Singapore is gonna be playing.
Singapore plays,
the
playing
loser?
Taiwan. Singapore's playing
The-
Taiwan.
Yeah. Oh, Taiwan already lost. Ooh, I see.
Yep, Taiwan did lose to the United States.
Taiwan, Singapore. What am I at?
Taiwan and Singapore. That's gonna be pretty interesting to see. But that will happen, of course, next week. But until then, that'll be it from us because we won't have any matches until 16 UTC, and 16 UTC will have Spain versus Panama and Russian Federation against Argentina, both loser bracket matches. So high risks involved between those two matches, and it will be streamed, of course, 16 UTC. So that will be in about, I will say, 5 hours. Yeah, 5 hours.
Yeah.
In any case, anything you would like to add?
Not really. I just think this was a very enjoyable game. Both teams played very well. France can advance into a very interesting match, and good luck for Argentina to lose this bracket. And until then, that has been us from the Further Mania World Cup. It's been Halo, here with Raz. And thank you all for watching, and see you soon.
See you in 5 hours.